What is going on, Locks Mob, and welcome back to the Locks DFS NHL Breakdown. I'm your host, Narang, and I'll be breaking down this 14-game main slate on Thursday, February 7th for DraftKings, FanDuel, and Prize Picks. Before I get into that, let me just go over a few procedural stuff. Recapping the last night's slate, it went really well. DraftKings members did really well. The cheat sheet was strong, so most of them cashed. I saw a lot of screenshots, and then FanDuel, we did cash in double ups. Missed in tournaments, but speaking of that, if you guys do want our full transparency on how we're doing on FanDuel, and if you just want to learn how to become a better DFS player, learn how to manage your bankroll, learn how to enter contests correctly from a professional, Taylor is doing a bankroll management series on this YouTube channel where he started with $100 on FanDuel, and he's trying to work it up into whatever it turns into. But he's essentially just playing the three sports that we play on FanDuel, which is college basketball. Actually, we play a lot, but the three main ones: college basketball, hockey, basketball, like NBA. So he's just playing that, grinding up a bankroll, showing you guys how to do it. It's a really interesting series, and no one else is doing something like that. So I think it might actually be the most informative thing, the most beneficial thing on our channel. So I definitely think you guys should go give that a click, go give it a like, because what he's doing over there is really cool. So check that out. And I think that's it. So we'll get into this slate. It's a 14-game main slate, so obviously there's a ton to talk about. But I've written down a few of my favorite plays at each position, at each price point that we can talk about. And then we'll just go from there. So starting off at center, obviously a whole host of high-priced options, but my favorite guy is Nathan MacKinnon. I have a feeling that this Colorado at Capitals game could end up being a fairly high-scoring back-and-forth game. We have Colorado going into Washington to face a Washington team that's third from the bottom in expected goals against per 60. They've just been a mess defensively all season. They've been allowing goals left and right. And a Colorado team that's not as good defensively on the road going into Washington, where we know the Capitals can score goals. So I think we could see a shootout in this game. I think getting Nathan MacKinnon at 7,500, where he's not the highest priced guy on the slate, is instant value, because he is that forward, that he's sort of guys like McDavid, those are the Brent Burns of forwards that just get there based on minutes, based on offensive responsibility alone. So I think starting with Nathan MacKinnon is never a bad place to start. And then scrolling down a little bit, one more guy I wanted to talk about was William Karlsson at 4,900. So this is mainly just a price thing. I mean, I do like Vegas a lot today. They're on the road in Detroit, but they opened at 3.3 team total. They've received 62% of the bets. They've risen a little bit. So a little bit of the sharp money's on them. A little bit of the public is on them as well. Just overall, what looks to be a pretty good bet. Sorry, not to backtrack, but one thing I wish I mentioned on the Colorado thing with Nathan MacKinnon is there's heavy reverse line movement coming in on Colorado, which I expect. I think Colorado's a better team than the Capitals, despite being in Washington. So 40% of bets on Arizona, or on the Avalanche, that they move from plus 162 to plus 127. I think that's just it's good to know that the Sharps are on the Avs. I think they score a few goals in this matchup. McKinnon's a lock there. So not to backtrack, but William Karlsson, what I was talking about is he's still skating on that first line, and he's on the first team power play. That first line with Jonathan Marchessault and Valentin Zykov. It's just a cushy role to have, and to be that price with that kind of responsibility, I just think that's like you can go ahead and lock that in. He skated 22 minutes last game. He'll give you that upside in closely contested games. He's taken multiple shots in his last 4 games, so not a guy who won't shoot the puck. He's not going to shoot the puck as much as like Marchessault or someone, but he'll still shoot the puck a fair amount, and can definitely get you there for 4.9K. So moving on to winger. Winger's really tough, the high price range, but choosing between like Gaudreau, Ovechkin, Kane, even down here, Landeskog, Rantanen, Arvidsson. It's a tough choice. For me, I'm going to go with Ovechkin just because, like I said, I think this game shoots out. I think I want to have a piece on both sides. I think I'm okay having the top piece on both sides because I think both of these guys get there. But I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about Ovechkin. He's the premier NHL DFS player for the past 5 years. The guy shoots the puck like crazy, and he has a lethal shot. So I love him at home versus the Avs team, whose penalty kill has been suspect recently as well. So definitely a spot where OV could take advantage of that from the OV spot. If we scroll down a little bit, though, there's a couple interesting price plays here in the lower range. Jason Zucker being the first at 4,500. This guy usually, sometimes we hesitate playing Jason Zucker because he skates like 14, 15 minutes, but his minutes have been really secure recently in the 17 to 20 minute range. Just hit 20 minutes as recently as last game. He's skating on that second line with Koivu and Granlund, and he leads Minnesota in I-Corsi 4 per 60. Stepping into a really comfortable home matchup versus the Edmonton Oilers, who obviously are nothing to fear defensively. Bottom 5 in the league, expected goals against per 60, and doing nothing to improve. So there's definitely a matchup we could see Minnesota pot quite a few goals, and I think Zucker gets in on one of them for sure. And then scrolling down a little bit farther, I talked about this guy in my last Addy's Action video, and he actually scored like 40 seconds into the game, and I'm going to go right back to him, and that's Oliver Bjorkstrand. Again, if you guys missed the news last video, little line change up in Columbus. We've got Artemi Panarin dropping in the second line with Bjorkstrand and Wenberg. And like I talked about in last video, Wenberg, a great puck distributor. Bjorkstrand, a guy that shoots the puck a ton. He's got an I-Corsi 4 per 60 of above 15. So he's a guy that you want a lot of exposure to when he's in a top 6 role, because he shoots the puck a lot. And he's really cheap. He's on that second team power play with Seth Jones, Wenberg again, and Anderson, some really talented players. So I think getting him at 3.4, just like it was last week, is a steal. He played 16 minutes. He scored a goal in 3 straight games. So love his price. Love everything about this play. Columbus also seeing some love from Vegas as well. The whole game seeing some love on that over jumping. And now defense. So Erik Karlsson should remain out. He didn't travel with the team to Winnipeg. They said he could join him on the rest of the road trip, so he may join him in Calgary, but just double check that. Regardless, though, if he is out, Brent Burns is an absolute smash play. I'll just show you what Brent Burns has been doing. I mean, I'll let you guys take a look at this. Since Erik Karlsson's been out, 7 shots on goal, 6 shots on goal, 6 shots on goal, 8 shots on goal, 3 shots on goal. Fantasy points 4, 6.5, 9.5, 9.5, and 6. You're just looking at the highest floor DFS player in NHL. So if Erik Karlsson's out, that floor just gets a bit higher, that ceiling gets a bit higher. If not, both those things drop a little bit, but he's still an absolute smash play, Brent Burns. So if you can afford him, which I anticipate you'll be able to, because there's a lot of value on the slate, and I'll put a lot of it on the cheat sheet, or I'll put all of it on the cheat sheet for members. So I suspect you'll be able to afford a lot of these guys. So definitely consider locking him in. And then in the sort of value range for defense, coming down to 4K, I love Colin Miller. This just goes hand in hand with what I was talking about with Vegas all day. Colin Miller on that first team power play. I think DFO has it wrong. It's still Brandon Perry here, not Oscar Lindbergh. I don't even think Oscar Lindbergh is in the lineup. So ignore this. But Colin Miller still on the first team power play, lines up or correlates perfectly with William Karlsson. Perry on FanDuel at 3,600. Marchessault if you play him. Guy shoots the puck a lot. One of the more offensive-minded defensemen on this team, along with like Shea Theodore. So I think getting exposure to him at 4K on DraftKings is a steal, and at 3,600 on FanDuel, where he remains for some reason. Just keep locking him in over here, because that him and Peary is just how you. This is how you just start every FanDuel lineup. So until they change their prices, just go ahead and start like that. One free prize pick goalie. Before I give away that free prize pick, goalie, just look at your team, see who you have a bunch of players from, and then correlate respectively with that, just so that if your players do well, your goalie gets the win. As far as prize picks go, if you guys don't know or haven't done so already, the first link in our bio will be a link to deposit on Prize Picks. It's a daily fantasy sports website that we've all been playing and we really like a lot. You basically just take the over-under on props of NHL, NBA, college basketball players, and you parlay them into bigger payouts. So like for today, the free prize pick I want to give away is Alex Ovechkin over 5.6. I think that's just asking me if he scores a goal. or records a point, because Ovechkin, I think, just a high shot on goal, block shot kind of guy. I think he gets there. 5.6, I'd bet this up to 6.1. But for example, let's say you want to bet the over here. Let's say you want to take the under on Jack Eichel. And let's say you want to take the over on Nathan McKinnon. Because as we talked about, we think this Capitals Avalanche game is back and forth. So if you want to do those three things, you go ahead and hit go. I want the over here. I want the over here. I want the under here. And then you put in your amount. So a 3-pick entry pays 5x. So you put in $20, you win $100 if this hits. It's really cool. Use code LOCKS for your first deposit when you're signing up, and you will receive a 100% bonus match on your first deposit up to $1,000, as well as a free 2-pick entry to win $50. So it's a super good deal. It's a super cool site. They have great customer service as well. So go ahead and check them out and use code LOCKS or the link in the bio to deposit. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for finding your way back to this video. Sorry about not having a video yesterday, by the way. It was just a 2-game slate, so I took it off. I posted the cheat sheet early, which I will be doing for members from now on. The cheat sheet will be up shortly after this video goes up. And I'll just be updating it throughout the day so that you guys can at least start building on your lineups and using that information beneficially. So with that being said, thank you guys for finding your way back to this video. I hope you win a bunch of money tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.